Hi there, everyone. My name is Nicole Connor, and I am bringing you two amazing ladies who are both veterans of the military and good friends of mine. And I want to share their stories with you because I think they're going to make a difference in what you think about people who've retired and perhaps maybe are thinking about doing something a little extra, not necessarily for the money, but because you want to give back to people because you've given so much. And now perhaps you want to focus on building relationships and bringing something of value to those around you. So I'm going to introduce Denise Jones to you and Trish Miller. Both of you, welcome. Thank you so much. Can you hear me okay?
Sure can.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you, ladies, for coming on. Denise, I'm going to go ahead and introduce you first. Denise, she was in the Army. Hoorah.
Yeah.
She has a 30-year history there, and she's been working came out of the military and did a couple of different things, and I want her to tell you her story. So Denise, go ahead and tell us how long you served and what you started doing right after you got out of the military.
Okay. Hello. I went in the military in 1978. I joined the National Guards. I did the National Guards for 3 years, and then I got out for maybe 9 months. And so one day I was riding down the street and past the recruiting station, and I'm like, I'm going to join the Army full time. So I went in the recruiting station, and I said, I want to join the Army. And so he said, okay. So, he said, well, you've been in the reserve, but you was out, a certain amount of time, you have to take the test again. I said, fine. He said, when do you want to go? I said, tomorrow. He's like, okay, well, you can't go tomorrow because we have to go to Baltimore. I'm from Delaware. So we had to go to Baltimore, Maryland. So he said, how about 2 days from there? Okay, fine. Went to Maryland, took the test, came back home and told my mom, I'm joining the Army full time. So that was in 1981. So I did 21 years, 9 months, and 6 days.
Wow.
I obtained the rank of Master Sergeant. After I retired from the military, I worked for various companies for a while, and then I started to work for the county government in 2006. And I retired from the county government 2014.
Okay.
To start my own business, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I like meeting people, and I never this is funny, I never consider myself a people person. I've never considered myself a people person. I'm serious, never. But for whatever reason, I got this strange attraction that people are just like, people just talk to me for no reason. I'm like, I don't know why, but people just talk to me. So now that I have my business, it's like I'm more outgoing. So once it got me out of my comfort zone, and I meet more people, I'm more interactive with people, I like helping people, so I have a product, even though it's a t-shirt business, I still have something to offer because you might have something to say that you wouldn't say verbally, but you will put it on a shirt.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so you will put it on a shirt. You'll wear it on a shirt, but you won't say it verbally. So you can it's kind of like speak your mind, but put it on a shirt.
That's right. That's right.
So, yeah.
Now you've been running that business for 5 years.
5 years, yes.
You have another little side hustle that you developed because of your son, and that is a lotion bar company and products, a line of products there. And,
yes.
And then you now have an opportunity to share a natural health products with people as well. So you've got three businesses that you are sharing because you love it, because the products work. Right? And bringing value to those around you.
Absolutely. I tell everybody about Zija. I'm not in Zija. That's the other side hustle. I'm not in Zija per se, but I used the products. And once somebody turned us on to it and I started using the products, and I'm like, you know what? I like this stuff. So I tell everybody about it. I'm like, hey, you need to check out this. Well, let me say, I told my son about meringue. He's like, of course, he's been using it for years. He's been drinking teas, and he was telling me, oh, you remember when I told you, how much energy it gave you and this and that? And he's like, you remember that? I was like, yeah, I remember, I said, but you have to check this out, so.
Right.
But yes. And so he told me, the smoothies, I make the smoothies. Well, I take my own smoothie mix to the smoothie shop.
I do too. I do too. Okay, so you've got a few businesses, and you intimated with us a little bit earlier that you feel like the military prepared you, as well as your other job experience, really prepared you for working well with others. You mentioned a couple of really three main things that you learned: discipline, of course, from your military experience. You learned how to work very hard and work with all kinds of people, and that you have really great organizational skills. And bringing all of those talents, skills, abilities into your entrepreneurial life not only equipped you for that. How would you say that having the entrepreneurial mindset has really helped you bring value to the people around you?
Because I can tell people that you can do this too. That's my main thing, is to tell somebody, all you have to do is, first of all, believe in yourself that you can do it. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then you have to step out on faith, just because and people would say, oh, well, you have a pension, you had this, you had that to fall back on. Yeah, but I have bills just like everybody else. But I stepped out on faith that I know I could do it, Right. So I tell everybody, my son, whoever, if you want to start a business, first of all, you don't have to start big. You can start small. Mm-hmm. But then you have to believe in yourself, and you have to work hard. It's not easy. It's harder to be an entrepreneur than any job I ever had.
Right. And staying focused on what it is your goal is a huge piece of that.
Yes.
So I love that you said that you have to believe in yourself, and you've just got to, you said earlier, just go do it. Just do it. Whether you're starting small or starting big. I mean, you started out online, right? Putting up your products and things on Etsy and other facets. And now over a 5-year period of time, they say that it takes 5 years for someone to become profitable in any business. And you've been able to manage your business solely online from your home. And it's now all word of mouth.
Yes, word of mouth. Very little online. And I used to travel and do a lot of events, and I like that. So Kibi had said something before where you do an event, or you do something, what is that? The rejection thing, like, so when I first started, and if I went somewhere and someone didn't like my shirts or something, that was it. I was quitting, Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah. Then you don't take it personal. It's not personal. And I was taking it personal. So once I learned that it wasn't personal and not to take it personal, I was off to the races. But that first couple of times, it was like somebody stabbed me in my heart. I quit.
For sure. For sure. And what's beautiful about what you're doing, and because you have a couple of different things that feed different areas of your passion. One is, taking care of and offering a product to people that, is different, with your lotion bar company, is to provide that something you're passionate about, is that we don't have to get married to one idea, right?
Right.
Get married to one source of income. We don't have to pigeonhole ourselves into what's that phrase? Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Right. Yes.
You are the prime example of someone who's worked really hard. You've developed a pension and things that you've earned and you get to enjoy. But now you have 3 other streams that you're passionate about in one area of another. One you're building more strongly than another, but there are different avenues for you to generate revenue for yourself. And I'm honored to know someone like you that works really hard. You used your experience and you're just bringing value to the world. And that's what I think most people want to do, but they're just chicken to do it. So thank you for saying, just believe in yourself and go do it.
Thank you. Yes, believe in yourself and go do it. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Awesome. Okay, now we'll bring on Trish Miller next. Thank you so much, Denise, if you want to.
Thank you.
And Trish, thank you so much for being on today. Ladies, you've taken so much of your time just coordinating this meeting. I really appreciate it. Trish, tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you served in the military, and what your plan was after you got out.
Well, thanks a lot, Nicole. It's a privilege and honor to be here and to share the stage with Denise. I very much admire her spunk. So I was a teacher for 4 years, high school teacher, and out of the clear blue decided I needed to go in the Navy. This was 1976 when I made that decision, and came in 77. About the same time, we were probably going through the same kind of issues that Denise was going through with women in the military. And I met some tremendous people throughout my career that were either guided me properly at the right time, or basically, pulled me up by the short ones and told me I needed to listen to something and go off and do something else. So I was very fortunate. I had some great mentors, and I managed to get promoted all the way up to captain and retired at the 30-year mark in Washington, D.C., just outside of Washington, D.C.
Wow.
And I had no plans to go into do any other kind of job. Well, I knew I did not want to work for anybody else. I didn't want to get up every day and go do somebody else's stuff. I wanted to have some time for myself. And I also wanted to get involved with the folks at the chapel at Port Belvoir, because they were building the Wounded Warrior Barracks down there. I knew there were going to be lots of needs for volunteers, whether it was at the hospital, wheeling people around to different appointments, or whether it was through an outreach program with the community, with the poor folks in the community. And I did that. I did that for a couple of years, about 3 years, and a friend of mine got diagnosed with breast cancer, so I was basically her caregiver for a while. I took her to her chemo treatments so that her husband could come visit her when she was feeling good instead of feeling bad. We got through that. I did that, took care of her off and on for about 2 years, because she went through chemo and then she had to go through follow-on for a year of Herceptin. And then in 2013, my youngest sister basically told me that I had been too sedentary, and I needed to think about trying to look at my health from a different perspective and maybe lose a little weight and get a little more active. And I took to heart what she said, and I took action, and I started on a natural health program and found that it worked, first of all, and I felt great. And I had a hard time initially when I decided, well, folks are saying to me, what are you doing? What are you doing? I need to share this story. And like Denise, I couldn't understand why people didn't have the same vision I did, why they didn't see that these products could really change your life, could add time to your life. And
Wow.
A friend of ours has a saying that he is a life extension specialist.
I love that. That's great.
That's what he tells people. He does. He says, I'm a life extension person, and I'll help you get healthy if you allow me to introduce you to these things. And so, did I want to get into business? Not necessarily, but when I saw that, you look around in the United States, 45% of the people in the United States are going to be considered obese by the year 2024. Our food has been tampered with by, look how long things can stay on the shelves and stuff. So just looking at, we're not getting the nutrition that we think we're getting from our food source, and we have something that we can offer. And so that's my mission now. My mission is to just get the word out, build relationships, serve other people, and I don't know, just to get them to understand that there's a different way. It doesn't have to be McDonald's and Wendy's and you know, Arby's and all that to get through the day. And you know,
absolutely,
explaining to people that a plant could change their lives is not been easy.
No, for sure. But what I love about your story and what you had talked to with us, and maybe you didn't share just now, but you had talked about after you left the service that what brought you the most joy was serving others.
Yes,
what really speaks to your heart is being present for others in a real way and making a real difference in their life. So this company that came into your life with the natural health revolution, we like to call it, has really given you a good marriage of what really speaks to you and brings you joy, but also can make a long-lasting difference for a lifetime for that person.
Absolutely. I mean, it's changed my life totally. I'm 68 years old. I feel better than I did when I was 50.
Wow.
And that's the truth. So I want other people to experience what I've experienced.
That's awesome.
But yes, my whole, everything I live for, get up in the morning is, who can I help today? That's what I want.
So the two of you are just, I want to be like you. I'm just going to be both of you when I grow up, okay? So thank you so much, Trish, for sharing your passion and for sharing, you know, that not only have you learned some skills and abilities that you came away from with the military, you retired with an income and you didn't really need money. So both of you are in a position that, yes, of course, you need to pay your bills. And you're both now in a position where you can really make a difference in people's lives because of what you're passionate about. You get to serve others and build relationships along the way. And for those of you who are watching this video and you're at the position maybe where you're retiring, I guess all three of us would encourage you to look at how you can give back while you're in your retirement and something that's going to make a difference. And if you're looking for something like that, the three of us have something to offer you by way of extending people's life and or making it better by putting your thoughts on a t-shirt that I say and or you know, with a line of products that you can travel with, and Denise will post some links on this recording for that as well. And if you're looking for a really great way to extend your personal life so that you can better serve others, you know, investing in yourself so that you can better serve others starts with your health, because if your health isn't good, then you can't do what you want to do well, right? And your families, your spouses, your kids, your grandkids, anyone in your life that really needs something from you, then you're in a position to be able to give it. Let's do it with the best health possible. So ladies, thank you so much for your time, your energy, and for your commitment to just being a servant, having a servant heart to serve others. And thank you again for your military service. I'm grateful to be on this call with you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye now.
All right. Thank you.